Well, at the moment it's tripled the price of fish and the customers aren't recognising it. We have to put our prices up. We haven't put them up a lot, but the customers are saying to us that they're expensive. So obviously we can't help it if we're buying a product that's tripled its price over the months. Well, we're using a particular brand and we just can't get hold of the brand, and every day we're ringing up the supplier to see if they've got the brands in. It's been now 3 months. The brand that we're using we've not managed to get, so we're using an alternative which we're not 100% satisfied, but it's doing the job. It's a worrying. It's a question that we're asking our suppliers every time we put in an order. They've never ever got what we require. I mean, the weather is good, so obviously we're going to be busy, and we've not got the stock. How can we operate our business?
We were informed by DEFRA last week. I had a meeting with Victoria Prentice, who's Minister of State for DEFRA, that the 35% tariff that's going to be applied to Russian white fish, which was announced back in March, but was delayed, took effect on the 19th of July. So anything that's not cleared Belarusian customs or Russian customs at that point will now attract that 35% tariff, which is obviously going to put more pressure on prices. We don't really know what's going to happen when it comes to demand. So if demand's low, hopefully that'll help mitigate some of the increases. But obviously with a 35% tariff on top of what is already doubled in price, I think we're definitely in for a rough ride. I was asked to speak at a convention in Norway, so I flew over. I was only there for 30 hours, so it's definitely a whistle stop tour. And I was asked to present to vessel owners. So a lot of vessel owners will produce what's called H&G, headed and gutted fish. So that's whole fillets with just the head removed and the guts removed, and they're frozen and sent for processing. And we're trying to get those vessels, or some of those vessels, to convert to fillets, because if there's more fillets on the market, obviously that'll help mitigate price increases as well. So you know, the more stock that's available for us to buy, hopefully the lower the prices.
I have done, yeah. It's especially the cod. Well, no, I suppose even the chips have, yeah, the potatoes, which I'm a bit suspect about. The cod I can understand, but I think chips, I think there's enough potatoes in there and it's a bit cheaper, I think. So yeah, I have noticed it.
It was okay. It was around a bit less than £10. I think it was okay, but yeah, I don't know how much is it usually in the UK, but I didn't find that's crazily expensive.
The fish and chips were average, to be honest,
Yeah.
and yeah, I was actually quite surprised at the price, whether that's Brighton or whether that's anywhere else. But it was a bit too much for my liking.
Yeah.
But thankfully, Justin paid for mine. So.
Yeah, it was definitely a bit more than I was expecting. Like, I know there's probably a seaside premium, but yeah, it was noticeably more, I think, than the last time that we were down here.
we're kind of just wanted to get the point across that we've got a strong industry, even though we've got a lot of pressure at the moment. We've got a lot of young people coming into the industry. There's a lot of people coming to fish and chips that invest well. You know, it tends not to be people just coming in opportunists. It tends to be serious business people that are coming into the industry now. So I just wanted to reassure them that there is a strong industry here. The problem is with what's going on and how long it's likely to go on for, the industry could change beyond all recognition. So if we have to look at alternative species or we have to look at other proteins, you know, people are creatures of habit. And unfortunately, if those habits of buying cod and haddock are broken, then we might find that the industry's changed and that market's not there in the future.